matching t-shirts, Jen.
Not really.
It's very, very close. It looks like it could be very similar.
Yours says St. Pete Beach, and mine says, You had me at honey.
You had me at honey. So, we are recapping our day at Magic Kingdom. We weren't able to recap it at Magic Kingdom because we decided to hightail it out of there and get back to the hotel. So, we had left off at Pirates of the Caribbean, didn't we?
Yes.
We're going to ride something else, but we kind of got to the point it was about 2:30, and we had dinner reservations at 6:45. So we thought, by the time we get to the resort, walk over to the Contemporary, finish the check-in process.
You mean get to the resort?
Contemporary.
No, you said get to the park.
Didn't I say Contemporary?
No, you said by the time we got to the park. You can rewind it back. Trust me.
When I'm editing this, if I said Contemporary and not Park, I'm going to say, Jen, would you like to come over here a moment, please?
Oh, I know you will.
I want to show you something. You know I'm going to edit it so that I say Contemporary and not Park. And my lips will say, but it's going to say Contemporary.
Kind of like when we're singing and we don't know the words and we go...
Watermelon. Yeah, does anyone know that? Like, if you don't know the words to a song, instead of trying to pretend like you know the words, just say watermelon. Like, say it. Like, don't say it, but just mouth the word watermelon.
That's what we heard. I don't know if that's true or not. Okay, anyway, we are majorly digressing, and it's probably close to midnight at this time, and I'm so tired and I would like to go to bed.
I can finish the wrap-up without you if you'd like.
Can you?
No. Then who would I have witty banter with?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Okay, so anyway, we decided to leave the park probably about...
Because I had it. I was tired of the people. Just so many people in the park.
It was very crowded today.
Okay, I was expecting walk on to everything. I was expecting like...
No, remember
magic
we had
after
low
hours.
expectations for this trip.
Right, I know. But I was thinking after hours. Like when we've done the after hours, it's
yes,
like...
we thought the crowd level would be more like that to some extreme, and it
no,
just wasn't.
No. Okay, so we love coming to Disney, the bubble, blah, 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 blah. Positives.
It was great to be in Magic Kingdom on my birthday.
Yes, definitely that. Good to be back.
Great seeing our friends Ariane and Steve at the Magic Kingdom.
Yes, great for that.
Great lunch at the plaza, not so good service.
Right, that was fine. It was what it was. That was okay. Nice to see the new paint job on the castle. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. I'm not totally blown away by it, but...
I think it's pretty.
It's fine. It's okay.
It's
definitely.
Something about the blue color doesn't fit in with me.
And
like
for me,
the royal blue color.
For me, it's the pink and the gray. Like, there's such a difference between the pink and the gray that the gray, like, outer part of the castle looks totally separate from the pink part. It does.
I agree.
Now. Whereas before, everything looked like it was all part together.
Yes,
now it just looks like it's totally separate.
Yes.
I don't know. Anyway.
We had a good snack in Magic Kingdom today.
What did we have? The Dole Whip? Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Yep. That was good. So that was good.
The rides that we did ride, we didn't wait a long time for.
So it was nice having lower wait times than you would expect to have that you normally have.
On a Saturday, on a weekend in July.
Right. Yeah. So there's that. Now, the negative part of it is that...
It was crowded.
During this whole COVID thing, the idea is to wear masks, social distance.
Which people did.
They wore the masks,
but it was kind of hard to social distance in some spots of the Magic Kingdom.
How do you social distance in Fantasyland when everyone's piled on top of everyone else because you just don't have the space?
Yes.
So the idea of trying to put lines on the ground, stand here.
Like the line for It's a Small World. It's a Small World, okay? Went past the Rapunzel bathrooms.
So
it was really obscenely long, which then obstructed the path to get into the bathrooms.
Right. And
it was a mess.
Right. And so at different points in time, you had lines that extended out further than they should.
Yes.
And that increased the number of people within the area. So as you're trying to walk, you got people walking, against each other.
They were way beyond the social distancing markers at many of the attractions today.
So I think ultimately we spoke to somebody, I mentioned this earlier. We spoke to one of the cast members and he said, well, it's, like at the most 25% capacity. Well, Magic Kingdom has a higher capacity because it's the biggest park. So if you were able to allow in so many more people, then 25% of that is still a lot of people. Maybe they should have done 15%, 20%. So the idea of going through the process of trying to protect people so you can get them back into the parks, wear the mask, social distance, hand sanitizer, all the rest, then maybe you should just limit the number of people that are actually coming into the parks so that way everyone could maintain that social distance.
And we did not see, and we were all over that park, we did not see any standalone hand washing stations. There were hand sanitizer stations, but no hand washing stations like there were in Epcot. We didn't see a one.
We think that perhaps maybe that's because there are more bathrooms at Magic Kingdom, so it's easier to get to a bathroom because there are more.
I mean, I do get that, yeah.
There are more
still.
bathroom locations, but yeah, we didn't see
that
any.
was part of the whole. They're always saying wash your hands. So to me, I think there should be more hand washing stations made available, not necessarily in the bathrooms, because why would you want to go into what could be a crowded bathroom when the hand washing stations, like in Epcot, we never had to wait in line to wash our hands. You could just walk up, wash your hands, and leave.
Yeah. So, but maybe because of the construction at Epcot, there just weren't as many bathrooms. I'm going to go to that. So that I'm not as critical of, because there are bathrooms all over the place in Magic Kingdom.
That's true, but I think you can't get to them if you've got
lines and lines of people
that block the bathrooms to get on the attractions.
And it ultimately comes down to that. For me, I think the big criticism is just too many people in this park today. Again, the longest we waited was 20 minutes. If we would have stuck around, waited a little longer, it would have been the same for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Splash Mountain and Haunted Mansion. Those are the three we didn't ride.
Those were the three most crowded rides. And Jungle Cruise actually got up to about a 50-minute wait today.
Right, we didn't ride Jungle Cruise either, but we could have. That one was down to 30 when we left.
Yeah, it did.
So, anyway.
I don't know. It just seems to me, and I'm not trying to be over critical here. I'm just repeating what Disney said. They said, the capacity was going to be so low that fast passes and virtual queues weren't going to be necessary. I'm going to disagree with that only because the crowds were very high at Magic Kingdom, and I do think that fast pass could have been beneficial today. And they flat out said there was going to be no virtual queue, and there's one for Rise of the Resistance. And from what I understand,
changed that.
Right, but don't come out and say that and then change it.
There wasn't
people's hopes up that they could get on that ride.
There wasn't a reason to change it that was health related that we know of. They just changed it.
Right.
As for the wait times and Fast Pass, I think that if you incorporate Fast Pass back into it, then it holds up the regular standby line.
And I get that. I do. So it's kind of like a catch-22.
Having the standby line, Steve actually mentioned this today when we were talking. He said, having no Fast Pass, you just keep moving.
That's
the line
true.
keeps
That's
moving.
True.
You don't stop to let
agree.
the Fast Pass people in. So you just keep moving in.
I just think there's just the capacity that they're allowing in, whatever that is right now. And we don't know. Is it 25? Is it 30? Is it 10? Is it 45? We don't know. But it is obviously too high in Magic Kingdom, in my opinion.
It was today. Little by little, as the year progresses, will they allow more people in? Not to full capacity, but will they slowly allow more people in to make more money?
I mean, and I get it. There were times in Magic Kingdom today where I did feel a little bit uncomfortable just because you could not physically social distance.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, everybody wore their masks. I didn't see one person in all of Magic Kingdom not wearing it properly. Everyone had their masks on properly. But some places it was very difficult to social distance. You couldn't do it.
The other regret that I have for today is that we missed out on one of, probably actually two of the, are they calling them cavalcades? The
character cavalcades.
Character cavalcades. We missed out on the princess one, where Merida comes out on a horse. And I really wanted to see that, and we ended up missing that.
And I will say, I'm still not a fan. I do think they're cute so that little kids can see their favorite characters. But if you are a person who has visited the parks a lot and you've gotten to hug the characters and have a conversation with them, even if it is kind of one-sided.
Hi, Mickey, we love you.
But I mean, I don't know. It's super cute. And I didn't miss it in Epcot because we don't do a lot of character meets in Epcot. We'll maybe do Anna and Elsa for our niece Gia and Donald because Donald's always out.
Yeah, Donald's
but
always
it's
fun.
never a priority in Epcot. But I feel like in Magic Kingdom we do a lot of character meets. And I did kind of miss that today. The cavalcades are not the same in my
I
opinion.
want to interrupt for a moment. At Epcot, who else do we normally meet?
Snow White.
Yeah.
That's for Jill, not me.
But coming into the park this morning, first thing, the princesses were up there in the train station.
They were?
So I got to see them up there.
And I mean, again, it's cute, but if you're used to it being one way and now it's a whole 360 difference.
But if you look
it's hard.
Right, but if you just look at this, now there isn't the same interaction where you can meet them. Again, with Gia, when we took Gia, and the first time she met Anna and Elsa, and she was 20 months old. So there's something magical about watching a little child see these characters for the first time, as long as they're not freaked out crying. Like, because the characters in the masks, the kids can freak out from that, because Allie did, Gia did. But when you see them connect with the characters for the first time, where they recognize them and they're not afraid,
really precious.
It's really cool. But that said, when you have something like this where it's the parade or the cavalcade and then you see the characters up on the train station, it's going to be special because you get to see the characters. And if you don't know any better, you didn't know it before, this is all you know. So you see, oh, Mickey's up there, let's go say hi to Mickey, and you wave and they wave back at you. And the characters, like when I first walked in, it was Rapunzel. It was the first one I saw. She looked right down at me, right into the camera. So it's kind of nice to have that kind of interaction, even though it's distant. You're still able to connect to a certain way, to a certain extent. Still not the same. I mean, the interactions we've had with some of the characters, especially with Gia.
I mean, it's a cute effort on Disney's part to keep the characters in the parks.
The only thing they could really do right now.
I get that, but as someone who goes to Disney 3 to 5 times a year and you're used to that, it was different for me.
Yeah, it's different. So it's just something you got to get used to.
The new normal.
For now, maybe we can get back to what we had before, but we'll see.
But again, I don't want this to sound negative. It was awesome, just absolutely awesome being in Magic Kingdom on my birthday. We did. We had a great time. And again, those vloggers who say wearing the mask isn't. They're so lying to you. It's really hard, especially when it was like probably close to 95 today. You know, and it is difficult.
You said you liked how the sweat built up under your nose?
I constantly had sweat between my lip and my nose. It was disgusting. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable. It's not pleasant at all.
I wear it all day, every day at work, but it's not 95 degrees at work. I'm in air-conditioned hospital.
And it's much easier to wear it in the air conditioning
definitely.
than it is to wear it outside when you're walking through the parks.
The one recommendation I can have, if anyone is doing masks outside for any longer period of time, just every so often, more than every so often, just take really deep breaths in, because it does make it a little more difficult to breathe when you have the mask on. Not a lot, but enough. So that you might not think...
It's not comfortable.
It can be. And you don't really think about breathing when you're doing regular stuff. But when you're wearing the mask, just especially in the heat, take deep breaths in. Just try to fill up your lungs, because that will allow more oxygen in, and you're not going to have to worry about every single breath, because every single breath is not going to have enough. It'll have almost enough. But you know what I mean. Just take deeper breaths, because it will definitely help. So I was reminding you to do that today. So hopefully that helped a little bit. And hopefully
and plan a lot of breaks. Either go to the relaxation stations, utilize those, make lunch reservations, make dinner reservations, go back to your resort and swim, because you will need to do that.
And I was going to say, try to get a mask that you know will feel comfortable on your ears. The ones we have are comfortable. They're not bad.
They are.
But you can get some that might irritate your ears a little bit. So this part might be fine, but your ears start to get bothered, you know. So, but ours were okay, I think. My ears have been fine.
Okay, and here's something else I don't understand, and I'm just going to throw this out there. And you know what? Let us know in the comments below what you think. Why? This is my personal opinion. Why would you want to commemorate COVID with pictures in the parks with your masks on? A, you can't even tell that you're smiling. B, you can't see half of your face. C, it's during a pandemic. Okay, yeah, you are in Disney and it was a choice to go there. But I mean, you're wearing a mask.
So your idea was to get big cardboard cutouts of our faces, like making goofy faces, kind of sort of like how at the ball games now, since baseball's back,
Yes.
they have the cardboard cutouts of different
Yes.
people. So just have cardboard cutouts of our
On
faces
sticks.
on sticks. So when we go to take a picture, you just put that up.
So you don't see you with the stupid masks on. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just
never
personally,
did it,
I
but-
don't get it. I'm like, we really tried to limit the pictures we took
did.
with
I was
the
going to
masks.
say we did take a few pictures, which we'll include. But yeah, they got the masks on. We did video with the masks on. I don't know. Personally, I prefer the pictures with the mask on.
We had to wear the
we
masks.
had to, right?
Yeah.
But I personally prefer the pictures with the mask on because it'll hide half of my ugly face.
Joe, you're the cutest guy ever.
Okay, sure.
So let us know in the comments below. Are you like a fan of taking
blind?
pictures in the parks with your masks on? What do you think about that? I think it's silly.
No, I don't know. It's okay. It's
Take
not.
pictures of yourself in the restaurants, in your resort, at the pool, so you don't have to wear the stupid masks.
No, but that's not
In your
Magic Kingdom.
pictures.
You're not. We took some
I know.
pictures in front of the castle.
I know.
So.
Like,
There
we're not
were-
even doing any PhotoPass pictures, because
Yeah, I
what's
was
the point?
about to say there were fewer actual photographers
were.
there. Not as many photographers doing photo pass pictures. So, yeah, overall.
Well, because the cast members can't hold your phones.
Well, no, but even the ones that
Right,
take the
right.
pictures, with their own
But usually
cameras.
they would take your camera too if you wanted them
they
to.
can't do that.
No.
They're not touching your phones or barely. I mean, yeah, they're not.
You know what else is confusing to me? And I have a problem with this at home too. Like, when I walk, I don't typically look at the ground. I'm looking straight ahead. And now I'm always having to look at the ground because I don't know which direction I should go, if I should go up or down the aisle because of the arrows. I'm always confused. And now at the Magic Kingdom and at Epcot, you've got certain places you can enter and certain places you can exit. And I'm always like, where can I go? Where can I go? And then for some reason, the masks, like, I can't hear with the masks on, and they're not even like covering my ears. I'm just like, what?
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 Well, it's the masks aren't.
So I don't know.
affecting,
Maybe I'm just going deaf.
No, the masks aren't affecting your hearing. It's affecting the way people are speaking. The person who's speaking to you has a mask on, so their voice is muffled. And then you put the face shield over the mask.
Oh,
you can't
Lord,
understand
no.
anything.
Half the time
So-
when the cast members are talking to me, I'm like, and I
No.
hope they're not like.
Okay, so yesterday when we were doing the Skyliner, and we had the one woman who was standing there when we were at the Riviera, she was telling us where to go for...
Yes.
Because we were getting on the wrong Skyliner.
The wrong
We had
side.
to go around to the other side to get on the one to go to Epcot. And she had the mask and the face shield on, but she had a little microphone thing on. So she turned it on, and so she was talking through the microphone into a speaker, right? And I'm like... What the hell was she saying? I couldn't even understand, even with that. Like, you can't understand with the mask and the face shield, and now she's got this microphone thing on the speaker. I still can't understand where are we supposed to go? What? What did she say? I think I'm just getting old. When you're having this much trouble getting out of Spaceship Earth because your knee hurts,
true.
oh, man, we're just not cut out for this anymore. I think we just need to
Go to
retire,
Hawaii and lay on the
retire
beach.
Disney, and Jen and John the Go will be going to the old folks' home, sitting at the pool, drinking pina coladas. That's going to be it. Hey, honey, how's your pina colada today? It's great, dear. Thanks.
For some reason, that reminded me of Breakfast Club.
I know, that's why I just said, right? Make me a turkey pot pie. Anyway. What was his name? Bender? Lender?
Bender.
Bender. Who was Bender? Wait, his name was Bender?
Judd Nelson.
Yeah, his name was Bender, like from what was the cartoon? God dang it!
All right. Well, anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. We have to get up kind of early tomorrow.
Well, still, Magic Kingdom overall was fine. I enjoyed it. It was
I just
good.
think Disney has to rethink the crowd capacity.
So overall, it was still good. It was
Mm-hmm.
fun. I'm so glad we were able to make it here after all of the ups and downs and backs and forths.
And we still have 3 more days.
Yeah, and we weren't sure whether we were going to make it. I'm glad we were able to spend your birthday here.
Me too. It was really special.
Yeah, it was a
Even
good
with
day.
all of the
No, it was good. even
criteria
without-
now to visit the parks.
Right, yeah. No, it was still good. We had
It was.
a good time.
And I did get to do 2 of the 3 rides that I wanted to ride. I got to ride Peter Pan and Pirates, and I wanted to ride Haunted Mansion, but the wait just it just never went down today.
I wanted to say this too, actually, because we talked about this. Some of what we saw and heard on the rides seemed improved. Maybe it was
Yes.
because there were fewer people on the rides, so you could hear things better, but it seemed like the audio was crisper and sharper on
Yes.
certain rides, so you could make out certain things. Little Mermaid in particular,
Yes.
the during Under the Sea, during that part,
The fish just looked more vibrant
Well, the fish-
and fresh, like they were painted.
yes, I was going to get to that, but I was saying Under the Sea, the song seemed you could understand everything better.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
each part of the song, like the
Yes.
Under the Sea part, the chorus, okay, you get it. But there were other parts of the song that it was hard to make out. This time just seemed like the audio was better. And then, yes, everything with the fish, it seemed like they either painted them, everything seemed more vibrant and stood out.
I mean, I don't think they did. I mean, maybe they did. But I don't know, maybe because we also took it at a slower pace and we weren't rushing, that maybe we just took more time to notice
Possibly.
things. I think this video is going to be like an hour.
Pretty much. I think we're going to have to cut this a little bit. Cut some of this
Have
out.
fun with that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
I know. This was supposed to be a short recap. What the hell happened?
You just can't keep your yap shut. You just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
Who's going on and on? I'm losing my voice. I have nothing left.
Okay, good night.
No.
And don't forget to like and subscribe, but I think we said that already. It really helps
that.
our channel.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe. I don't know. That's it. We're done. It's a very
Good night.
expensive hobby. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Old woman, you okay? You're right there?
Tired.